The NBA is full of incredibly talented players. So, for a player to crack a rotation, it takes an immense amount of work and a little bit of natural talent. But sometimes, even that isn't enough. Sometimes a team can prevent a player from being as good as they can. Because maybe there's an established guy in front of him, or maybe there are just better options on the team, like Harrison Barnes on the Warriors. Sometimes an opportunity opens up, like when Luol Deng was traded and Jimmy Butler was given an opportunity to prove himself. But right now, there are some players in the NBA who are not being given an opportunity that I feel they have earned. Number one, we have KJ McDaniels. Now this one is a bit odd, because at the start of his career, KJ was given an opportunity to prove his worth, and he did. But because of his bold decision to only sign a one-year contract as a rookie, because he didn't want to be a Sixer, which you can't really blame him for that, he was traded to the Houston Rockets for Isaiah Canaan. As a Sixer, KJ McDaniels averaged 25 minutes per game, and at that time he scored 9.2 points a game. Now his field goal percentages haven't been great, but that's not his calling card. Defense is what KJ does, and he does it damn well. As a Sixer, he averaged 1.3 blocks per game as a shooting guard. Now as a Rocket, KJ is playing 9.3 minutes a game. Is this because he sucks now? No. His field goal percentage has actually improved a bit. But really, he's just not getting the minutes that he deserves because the guys in front of him are James Harden, Eric Gordon, Trevor Ariza, and Sam Dekker. Those are some solid players, so I can't really blame the Rockets organization, but considering the fact that the Rockets need some defense, bumping him up to 20 minutes a game seems like something worth doing. Next we have Norman Powell, who is actually getting exactly 15 minutes per game for the Raptors. He's similar to KJ with the defense and athleticism, but Norman has a jumper. This season, Norman Powell is shooting 40% from 3. Which, in case you didn't know, is really good. The guys getting minutes above him are DeMar DeRozan, Damari Carroll, and Terrence Ross. Should those guys be getting minutes? Yeah. DeRozan is averaging 27.5 points per game. Terrence Ross is averaging 10 points per game on very efficient shooting. And Damari Carroll is not shooting too well, and his defense has declined a bit since his injury. So if I were the Raptors, I would drop Damari's minutes a bit and get Norman out there. Because if you're trying to beat the Cavs, you're going to need a guy like Powell to defend Kyrie Irving when Kyle Lowry is out of the game. And finally, Chris McCullough, or McCollum, or McCollum, whichever way it's pronounced. Chris McCullough is a 6'11", 21-year-old athletic stretch 4 who is currently getting 5.6 minutes per game. He's shooting 46% from the field overall. Last season he shot 55% from mid, though he has dropped off a bit this season. He also hasn't shot well from 3, but let's have a look at the guys getting minutes above him for the Nets. Trevor Booker, okay, I can live with that. Booker is a rebounder and a hustle guy, and kind of a stretch 4. Booker is cool. Who's the bench 4 playing over Chris? No freaking way. Luis, the 400-year-old, slower than Gary the Snail, worse than France in the 1940s at defense Scola, is getting 14 minutes a game for the Brooklyn Nets, averaging 5.4 points a game and 3.9 rebounds per game, shooting 48% from the field. Chris McCullough is averaging 2.6 points and 1.6 rebounds per game with 5.6 minutes, double that, and he gets 5.2 points and 3.2 rebounds, still getting 2 less minutes than Scola. And yes, these stats are fairly the same, but the difference is Scola is 36 and the Brooklyn Nets are a lottery team. Why are you playing the Matador on defense, who needs a walker to get up the court, over a 21-year-old athletic 4 who's got a bit of a jumper and was projected to be a lottery pick before he was injured? I get that you don't have your pick this year or next year because Billy King is the worst GM of all time, But still, trying to win doesn't mean you can't play your promising young player 15 to 20 minutes a game. Just look at the Celtics with Jaylen Brown. Yeah, sorry. They got him with that Brooklyn pick, didn't they? Ugh. Anyways, after roasting Luis Scola, and now the Nets organization, that's the end of this video. Check out my Jimmy Butler video, and I'm out.